Hello everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my weekly Sunday share. So this week I'm going to be creating a 3D project with you. Just a few announcements before we get started. Hello everyone, I can see you all coming on. My door prize for the month of April is the Memories of Home stamp set. Everyone that places an order with me online, your name will be entered into my drawing. And that includes Paper Pumpkin customers. My hostess code for the month of April. Make sure you enter this code when you check out of my online store to earn some free products from me. And finally, my free card kit for the month of April. I will send a kit with all the pieces to create this card for any order of any size. So good evening, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. I feel really strange doing this class this week because I've been doing a lot of classes on my Stamp and Ink Designs group where everybody stamps with me. But tonight you guys just get to watch. So let me show you some of the products I'm using tonight. I'm using the Butterfly Gala stamp set. I'm going to use the butterfly image, the Hello Beautiful sentiment, and then the two little pieces for the butterflies. The butterfly duet punch, the story label punch, and for ink colors tonight, all I'm using is Seaside Spray. And then I have a whole bunch of cardstock to show you. Now the designer paper I'm using on the project tonight is the woven threads. You can see all the beautiful colors that are in this paper. I'm trying to use up my designer paper because we have a new catalog coming soon. So tonight, let me bring in my project, and I actually made two of them just to show you some different colors. Oh, and I'm also using the ribbon from the Ornate Garden suite that just came out. So tonight's project is this cute little Post-it note holder. There's the front. It actually stands. It has the little easel type stand. And then there's also a pocket on the back to put like a gift card or some notes. So this one is using Seaside Spray. I did this one using terracotta tile. And again, it's got the stand. You can actually fold it flat. And then you get the Post-it and a small pen or pencil that fits inside. Now tonight I'm going to do the Rococo Rose. That's what I like about this designer paper. It has so many different colors in it. It also has purple posy. So let me give you a list of what we need. Rococo Rose, 11 inches by 5 3/4 inches. We're going to do a whole bunch of scoring. And then we have another piece that measures 4.5 by 2 1/4. That's for the pocket in the back. A scrap of white, a scrap of purple posy. And then I have some designer paper. Two pieces that measure 3 3/8 by 2 3/4. 3 3/8 by 1 3/4. 3 3/8 by 1.5. And once the video's over with, I'll add all the measurements to all these pieces in case you guys want to create one. So let me go ahead and move everything aside so we can do some scoring. Now I'm going to do the little pocket first. And it's very easy. You just do 1/2 inch on 3 sides. So 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and only one on the long side. So 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and 1/2 inch. Now on this one, we're going to score. I'm going to start out on the short side. We're going to score 1/2 inch and 1 inch. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Now I'm going to turn it over to the long side. We got quite a few measurements. 2, 2.5, 5 5/8, which is the little line after the 5.5, 8 3/4, 9 3/4, and 10 3/4. So let me repeat that. 2, 2 1/2, 5 5/8, 8 3/4, 9 3/4, and 10 3/4. Now we have a little bit of cutting to do. So on this one, on the little pocket, you're going to cut the tab, and you're going to cut that corner right off on both sides. Now to make it easy for folding when we glue this to the back, it's easier if you take a little smidgen off each corner. So I'm going to cut that at an angle and cut that at an angle, both corners. Okay, so this piece is ready for gluing. Now this one here, I actually made a pattern so you guys can see what I'm doing. This is what, everything that you see in the black area is what we're going to cut off. So right here where we have the 2 lines going across, we're actually going to cut across 2 squares. And we're going to cut the first one off. Okay? Same thing on this side. You're going to cut across 2 and snip off the one on the end. And now all of this black area, we're going to snip everything off. Now you could use a paper trimmer if you wanted to do this, but I find when I do that and I try to use a paper trimmer inside of a scored line, it does not cut well. So I like to do it by hand. So these 2 score lines, we're going to completely remove them. And if you follow the score lines, it's very easy to cut off. Okay, same thing on this side. And these would make really cute gifts. Or if you guys do craft fairs, these would even sell well in craft fairs. Now, hopefully this coronavirus mess can go away so people can do their craft fairs. Okay, so now this is what this piece looks like. We've got 2 little tabs right here. I want these to fold in easier too, so I'm going to actually take my scissors and snip these off and make them at angled. Same thing on this one. Okay, and that's it for cutting. Now we can start gluing. So I'm going to actually fold everything on the score lines. We have a lot of score lines, but don't let that intimidate you. This is so easy. You're going to see how easy this comes together. Now I'm just going to score this little section here. So we've got 2 score lines right here because that's the bottom of your little box. Let me bring those in so you guys can see them. I'm just gonna see if I can put something here to pick that up. So what I'm gonna do now is actually take some tear and tape. Oh, that's glaring. I gotta move that. That's causing a glare. I'm gonna take some tear and tape and just add to the 2 end pieces. Burnish with my bone folder. And we're gonna go ahead and peel that off. And you'll see how quick and easy this is. You're gonna take the little tabs, point them to the inside, and then just roll that in. And there's your side piece already. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Make sure the tab is on the inside. And there's your little pocket. Okay, now we need the rest of this to go towards the back. So we're gonna fold this way. And then we're gonna fold under. And this one is gonna be like your little tent. So you're gonna go in the opposite direction, and I'll show you what this looks like. And you got this little end piece. So this is how it looks, like an M. And then we're gonna move this over and glue that right to the back to create the little easel. But first I'm gonna add some tear and tape. So once you have all of the scoring and the cutting done, this is so simple. It goes really quick. I know I always say everything's simple. You got to try it, that's all. Okay, so there's my little tab. I'm going to fold that over. I'm going to bring this down. And that's going to fit right on top of that. And there we go. There's our little easel post-it holder. How quick, how easy. Now all we have left to do is to decorate it. Now, as far as the designer paper on the inside, I'm going to show you what not to do. You want to add this last because the first one I made, I totally forgot. I added it first, and guess what? When you fold the tabs over, you can see the tabs on the inside. So you have to make sure you glue this after your box is assembled. So let's go ahead and add some snail, and all I'm going to do is tuck that in. And then I'm going to use my bone folder to press it in place. See what a nice finish that is? You can't see the tabs. This one's going to go on the back. I forgot to mention that this idea is actually from Carrie Rhodes, but what she did on hers, she used a 12-inch piece of cardstock. I don't own any 12-inch cardstock, so I had to make my own measurements to go with the 11-inch. Okay, now we're going to glue this piece to the front. And the last piece is actually going to go on our little pocket that goes on the back. So let me bring that in. I'm going to go ahead and glue that in place. And now what I'm going to do is fold all three of these tabs. And that's going to form our little pocket. So once you have everything cut, this is like a 15-minute project. It's really quick. For those of you that are on my Stampin' Ink Designs team group, or not team, group page, I'm going live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. So make sure you join in. I did list all of the supplies you need for class. So make sure you check where I posted that today. I posted it this afternoon. Make sure you join me. Okay, so I've removed all of the tape. I'm actually going to fold this one over, and it's going to grab the two end pieces. And now I can just press this in place. And you can put it as high or as low as you want. And there's the little pocket. Isn't that cute? Now all we have left to do is to decorate the front. And what I did is I added a sentiment layer and the butterflies and some ribbon. And I'm hoping this ribbon is going to go around because this is the last of it. Yep, I should have enough. Hopefully I have enough to make a bow. Hold on, I got it all twisted. Okay, so I just threaded through the inside. And then, let me see, I'm having a difficult time here. I'm going to go ahead and make a bow. Now let me shorten up my loops. And where's my scissors? I lost my ribbon scissors. Let me see if I can do it with these ones. Okay, and I'm just going to move that over to the end. Now I'm going to use Seaside Spray for my ink. I'm going to go ahead and do my sentiment on Whisper White. And I'm cutting it out with a story label punch. So there's my sentiment. I'm going to use the same ink to do my butterflies. The Seaside Spray looks really good on the purple posy. Isn't that cute? I'm going to go ahead and cut those out. And then I need to add the little bodies to each one. Let me get something dark, just so I can see where I'm stamping. You can't really do these ahead of time only because you need to find where the little bumps for the punch. If you do them ahead, they might not look right. Okay, there's my 2 butterflies. So now I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. I told you guys this was a quick one. Very quick, and I hope you guys try this. Okay, now I'm going to add this right to the front of the box. And then I'm going to add a mini dimensional on the small butterfly. That's going to go right on the sentiment. And then one on the large butterfly. And that's going to go right above the little bow. That's it. Look how quick. Let me move my stuff over here so you guys can see them all. Okay, so we got Rococo Rose, we got Terracotta Tile, and we have the Seaside Spray. So let me put that one. Hopefully you guys can see it. Let me see if I can get a clear block. Put it up a little higher. There we go. There's my project for tonight. So thanks so much for joining me, and for those of you on the Stampin' Ink Designs page. And if you guys are not there, make sure you find me so you can join the page so you can stamp with us. I try to host 2 to 3 classes per week, and everybody stamps together. We have a lot of fun. Have a good night, everyone.